Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sorry I'm late. I was sitting here playing with all the the bits and the bobs in front of me, rearranging everything. But I am so sorry I'm late. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have already gone live. If you are new here, my name is Julie. This is my weekly opportunity to craft with you. Vintage craft and chat is what I call it. So welcome to my craft room. Welcome to my corner, the corner of my dining room where I create and I craft. Let me go into the chat and let me say hello. First of all, I need to say hello to Susie. So Susie said she couldn't be here with us today. She is going to watch her two granddaughters in a performance. So enjoy your time, Susie. You can always hang out with us in the replay. So I wanted to say hello to her first. And I should say what we are doing today. So today, I can't even believe it. It is episode 6, and it is the last episode of our butterfly junk journal series. It seems like time flew. It went by so fast. And today we are going to be making one of these it's very hard to show on camera, one of these very pretty spine dangles here. I'll do a little bit more of a close-up. I can get a better close-up when I turn the camera around to down cam, but that is what we are making. And I gathered all kinds of fun supplies, vintage buttons and beads, a few things we've made together on Vintage Craft and Chat, and I'll go over the supplies in just a little bit. But I wanted to say hello to everybody. Carrie texted me and said she's going to be here. She's making coffee. Make some for me. Oh, she's back. Carrie is back. I actually decided I was going to switch to water. I've had 2 cups of coffee this morning. Sometimes it makes me a little bit over the top with you guys. Not that that's difficult to do, but I just switched to water. I just grabbed some water in the kitchen. I hope you're having a good day, Carrie. Let's see. Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy. Oh my gosh, you guys. The video is posting on Monday. Many of you in the chat may remember that Kathy had commented that she had purchased something in a live sale here on YouTube and had it shipped direct to me, a present. And oh my gosh, I like, you guys have to wait to watch the video on Monday. I think I have it set to post at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Monday. Oh my gosh. At the end, I had to like pause because I was going to get a little bit overwhelmed, but just wait till you see the Beyond Special things that Kathy purchased and as a gift for me and sent to me. And it's a whole package of vintage ephemera and goodness. So be sure to watch for that video. I'll post something in the community tab, and as soon as I took it out of the package and I saw the very first thing, I knew exactly why she had purchased these things for me, and they're going to be treasured. And I think it was a little, she knows what I'm talking about. It's a little nudge to do something that I've talked about for a very long time, but beyond special. Bug is here. Hello, Bug. Hello. How are you doing? Are you working on your Dollar Tree junk journal? A lot of us here, I know Bug's doing it. I'm doing it. Laura Finds Crafting is doing it. Also, I should say that was a friend mail unboxing that I videotaped yesterday, and I shared something, a really good package of some vintage trims that I had purchased from Laura on one of her whatnot sales, and then I had the package from Kathy. So I opened both packages, but yeah, I know Laura's doing the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge hosted by Jess over at Paper Terrace. It's a lot of fun. And I have to say, I've never been to Dollar Tree so many times in such a short amount of time. I maybe go to Dollar Tree, I don't know, once every few months or something like that. It's not very often, but I've been there 3 times. I'm confessing, since I posted my haul video. It's become a problem. Is that a thing? Can you get addicted to Dollar Tree junk journal supplies? Yes, right, Bug? We need, we need coffee. We need like a big carafe. We can just keep it warm and pass it around. Let's see, let me see what else. Let me make sure I have it. I feel like I missed some. No, I didn't. I feel like I missed Angela or something. I don't see her yet. Oh, she is here. She is here. Angela said hello. Angela just went to Dollar Tree and got a mop head. Okay, well, that's practical. Tried to mop real fast before this live and it broke. What? Okay. Maybe they make better craft supplies than they do household. I haven't tried their mop, so I can't I can't speak to that. But I have purchased their cleaning products and have enjoyed and liked them very much. Oh my gosh. What, how frustrating, especially when you have like, I'm gonna mop, I'm gonna get this done, and then it breaks. Yeah. Okay. I think, oh, Nancy is here. Hi, Nancy. I didn't see Nancy come in. Nettie is here. Hello, Nettie. Hello, hello, hello. Dennis, oh, for your crown today. It's going to be done, though. Oh, my gosh. You're going to be done. You're going to be done after your appointment, I'm assuming. Yeah, we're all sending you hugs and all good wishes, Nettie. Let's see here. Okay, I think I'm pretty caught up. I think I'm pretty caught up. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around because you guys don't, I know you want to look at all the good stuff, not look at my my old face. Okay, here we go. And Jim fixed my camera thing yet again. I thought it wasn't possible, but he repaired it over the weekend. So I don't have tape all over it. Okay, I'm gonna pull it around so I don't make you guys too dizzy. Might need to adjust a little bit. And okay, I think we're pretty good. I might bring you down a little bit further, but you know how my camera gets the little bit of the zoomies. But you guys type in bold if it's bugging you. But I think we're pretty good here. So, like I said, today we are going to be making a very lovely, I have to say, I love these colors. I posted something in the community tab and Jonna responded and I told her I felt like I was channeling her favorite colors. We have all these beautiful pinks and oranges and greens and yellows, and I think it very much goes with what's inside the journal, all that's to come in the journal. And I'm also going to be doing the same color palette in this one because I used a lot of the same supplies. So we're doing that today. I'm going to show you how to make one of the charms. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up. I actually kind of forgot about it because I had made one and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have a second one. So I'm going to show you. They're so super easy, but I just took, what is this, root beer? I think this is one of my son's favorite root beer brands, but I just saved a bunch of bottle caps from when he was enjoying that. And I'll show you, it's super quick and easy. I already did some of it ahead of time, but I'll show you how I make these cute little charms here, and you can make them for anything, any theme. You could also make little dangles that come off the side of your pages too. It would be super cute. I put down below a list of the supplies that I'm using today. I try to include most things that I can, but this is what I have gathered. I have a bunch of buttons here. Some are vintage, some are new, but just working off of that same color palette. I've pulled some beads. I'm really trying to use up the beads that I have in my stash that are large hold. That's always a challenge to find the large hold beads, but I have some here that I've pulled, some here as well, some in yellow. We are going to be making a removable dangle, and I'll show you here on this. So I like to make them removable because I feel like whoever the future owner of this journal, they may not want it on there. They may want to attach it to something else. How cute this would be for like a bag charm, or if they want to attach it to another journal. And of course, it could be moved around. You can put it anywhere on the book or the journal. You know, maybe they want to display it this way. So I like to make them removable, and I love these big bulldog clips. But if you don't have a clip like this, you could use a big paper clip. I've used those before as well. And then what I've also done is I like to put little bulb pins on here too, so it's not only removable or movable, but they could also remove it from the clip itself if they want to do something different with it. And then today I also attached, I had one of these cute little bronze oval shaped rings. So I also thought, well, that's kind of fun too. So I'm going to put one of those at the top, but you guys can kind of see all the bibs and bobs that make this up. So that's that. Let's see, what else do I have in my little tray? I have a link below to these charms. I'm loving these. These are one of my new favorites from Amazon. I used these in that last flip through journal that I showed you guys as well, but there's all kinds of like butterflies and flowers, and they're just really, really happy colors. I think you get like well over 100. So I think it's a pretty good value. I put the link below to that. Let's see, what else is kind of different? We made these before in a vintage craft and chat. I put the whole playlist for vintage craft and chat playlist, but there's like 100 and some odd videos. So I should have put the direct link to this. So after, when we're off today, I'll go back and find it, but we made these together. So I just grabbed those because those were already made. I thought those went well. I have a little wood piece, maybe came from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure where it came from, but we're going to add one of those. These are little tassels that I picked up from Paper Studio. That's Hobby Lobby, right, friends? I'm pretty sure. So this is a little 9-pack that I actually picked up for another project, but I thought they looked really cute on here. $4.99. I don't know if that's something that Hobby Lobby always has, but you can look for those. I have some baker's twine. We're going to be using that. And what else? Oh, this hemp cord. I love this hemp cord. I put a listing or a link, Amazon link below for this too. I've been buying this for a while, and you can get it in like different color collections. I think you could get like 3 or 4 different ones in a pack, and there's a large variety of colors. And this is kind of my new favorite for making dangles. I like it. Also like, because it's stiff. We will be adding some baker's twine too, but I love this because it's nice and stiff and it's easier to get through the beads and the buttons. And I think that's it. I think that's it on that. Okay, let me show you how to make these little bottle cap charms really quick. Let me see if there's anything I need to look at, but I think we are good. I think I said my hellos. Let me diminish that. Okay, I think I'm good. How come I can't dismiss my own pin? There we go. I clicked on my own pin and it wasn't dismissing it. Okay, the little bottle cap charms, and I know you can buy, there's also little blanks that you can get on Amazon and maybe even in the craft stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, that are the little shallow ones. And I know you could also buy bottle caps, like big, what do I say, lots of bottle caps that are really brightly colored on Amazon as well. I've seen those, but I had these in my stash, so I'm just using these actual bottle caps. And let me get one out so I can kind of show you what seems to work best in order to, this one's not very clean. In order to put a hole at the top, what I do is I just grab some of my pliers here, my flat nose pliers. And then this one, because it has writing, I try to line it up as best I can. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I'm going to take my pliers and kind of align it with the wording just so it hangs a little bit straight. And then I'm just going to bend it back slightly. and I'll show you how much. It doesn't take much. You can turn it over and do a little bit more if you want, but I'm not putting like a ton of pressure on it. So I do, don't mind the the root beer that's still in there. So I do about that much, if you guys can kind of see. So it doesn't have to be bent super, super far back. And then I'm sure there's a lot of ways to make the holes. I haven't tried my the we are memory keepers ones. I haven't tried these only because I feel like the hole is too big and I kind of want a smaller hole. Excuse me. So I've just been using my little paper punch, which is probably a big no-no, but it goes through there very, very easy, I have to say. But again, it may be a big no-no. Okay, so I'm just gonna line it up here. Sorry, I have to pull it a little bit closer to me so that I can see here. And that's how easy it is. It's so easy to punch a hole. I didn't really have to press on that too much. I guess the hardest part is getting it back off the pin, and hopefully you can see the hole there. Let's go that way. You guys can see that. So it's like right on the edge, and because it's metal, you can go super close to the edge. So that's how I get the hole. Let me get this stuff off of here. And then I'm thinking I do not have a 1-inch paper punch. I can't believe that I don't. But if you have a 1-inch paper punch, this next part will be much easier. You can just cut out a bunch of circles with the paper punch. It's probably almost identical, if not super, super close. But because I don't have one, what I did was just find whatever image that I wanted to use. And then I just traced it. Let me find one here. Here's the sheet that I used. And so I just take the bottle cap and then just put it around. Where's my pencil? Here it is. And I just trace around. So I just trace a circle and cut that out, kind of go in, inside the line, and it's almost perfect to do it that way. But my guess is a 1-inch paper cut would work really well. And bye, sweetheart. Have a good day, honey. Oh, Dawn's here. Hi, Dawn. Hello, hello. How are you? Okay. Hopefully, if I miss anybody else, hello, hello. And you can have you could just put your image in here and have it a lot lower in the bottle cap, but I kind of like them sitting up a little bit, just, so they're not recessed so much. I like them up a little bit. So what I like to do is to put about 3 circles of cardstock. And this is kind of a heavier cardstock, so you could use packaging, cracker boxes, cereal boxes would probably work really great. And so with this heavier cardstock, I did 3 circles. So same thing, I just traced it and then fussy cut it out, and it fit perfectly down inside there. And then get my books out of the way. And then what I like to use is the Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac works really great with metal and buttons. I've always had a lot of success with it. So what I did was just put a little bit of glue at the bottom of the bottle cap, and then just kept layering the whatever that stuff is, the cardboard. I just kept layering the cardboard. I didn't want to, kind of slow it down or take time to do it with you guys. So I have 3 layers, and it's probably pretty dry because I did a little bit before I came on with you guys. I get these out of the way too. And then kind of the secret weapon, I guess, or the thing that I like to use, this is my new favorite thing, I bought it a while back, is glossy accents. And mine has some bubbles in here, so it's not quite perfect, but, and then I top it with glossy accents. And I think what I'm going to do is use the glossy accents to glue down the image. You could do Fabri-Tac as well. You could do art glitter glue, but I think I'm going to use this just in case any of it sort of shows at the side. And we'll glue that down. Press it down. It's also nice, it has a little bit of wiggle time, so you can move it around a little bit. I'll kind of get that where I want it to be. So there's our little fussy cut of our book page. And then I'm going to put a layer, and I probably did 2 layers, 3 layers on that other one. And I don't know that this is going to be dry in time for us to include in the dangle. We'll just come back and test it a little bit. So kind of a lighter, maybe a little bit lighter of a layer on there. And I'm trying to get the edges as well. And that's kind of what that looks like. And you could also get a pin and come back in here and pop any of the little bubbles. But you can kind of see, I mean, look, is there like a big spot in the middle? No, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to set this off aside to dry. We'll check it later. We'll put another layer on it if need be. So that's how you make those. Okay. Oh, the other thing I didn't share is I like to put little bits of fabric too. I like to make little tiny, like little knotted bows. I think it's kind of fun to incorporate materials and fabrics that you used inside the journal. It's kind of a little hello or maybe a nod to what's to come inside the journal. So I like to do that. And sometimes I'll knot them twice, sometimes I'll just knot them once, but I think that's another fun way to just bring a lot of whimsy and movement to it. I love the sound that makes. So I'm going to put those here. Let's get all our goodies. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't pull the prompt. My goodness. What has come over me? Okay, let's see what the weekly prompt is. I'm digging in here. Okay, this is a thick piece of paper, so I think this is probably one that somebody suggested and added. Oh my gosh, very apropos. We are still in July, so red, white, and blue. Who requested this? I'm trying to think. Do you guys remember? Anybody in the chat that requested this? So red, white, and blue is our prompt for the week. I think our last ones were, and I don't have anything to share today because I need to catch up with faces, label, folio, and now red, white, blue. I could probably do them all in one, but this is our new craft prompt. And if you are new here, we pull a crafty prompt typically at the start of Vintage Craft and Chat. And then we also have a craft group, kind of behind the scenes craft group on Instagram. So those of us that do the prompts and participate, we go in there and we post pictures of the things we've made. And it's really fun to be inspired by what other people are doing. Yeah, you know what? I didn't do any, did we have patriotic? I didn't do, the only patriotic thing I did this month was my vision board journal planner that I did with Bug when we crafted together. Yeah, maybe we did. I'm sure we had patriotic at some point in time. Let's see, did you miss the prompt? Yeah, I think the last ones were faces. I don't know if that's the right order. Faces, folio, label. Was label last week? And then now we have the red, white, and blue. Not you. Kathy, not you. Somebody did. Was it Terry, maybe? Oops, sorry. I ripped it. I can't remember. You know my brain. You know my brain. Okay, I will post it up here. I'll also post a picture in the community tab later, and I will also post a picture in the craft group on Instagram. Let's see. Was that you, Bug? Were you the one that said the red, white, and blue? Nice, nice. And if you guys ever have suggestions, I love adding, things to the prompt jar. If you have things that you wanted to, because if you've wanted to work with, because for me, the prompts are really great to get me thinking outside the box, maybe working with materials I haven't worked with before, maybe doing some kind of substrate, or maybe I've never made a folio, or maybe I've never made a dangle, spine dangle, something like that. So if you ever have suggestions, I love adding them into the jar. Gail, hello. Oh, hi, Gail. Welcome, welcome. Gail says, hi, hey there, girlies. I'm from Michigan and the air quality, oh no, is terrible. It looks like fog and smells like a campfire. And my normally social and active neighborhood is quiet and closed. Is there like a forest fire or something? Hi, Hope. Hello. Oh, you can smell it in Pennsylvania too? Oh my goodness. And Angela too? Wow. What is it? I feel like I haven't been keeping up with things this week. Been very focused on crafting and hanging out here. It's very overcast. We've definitely had the June gloom, which we get here in Southern California. Always this time of year. It's been very overcast and foggy in the morning, and it's been hot and humid. It's been very, very humid here. Sun's already out today, which is a little rare because it's taken a bit longer for the sun to come out. But yeah, we did patriotic in April. Okay. Yeah, that rings a bell because what did I make? Oh, I made oh my gosh, I made these cute little, I don't think I have them in arm's reach. I made those little dangles that I made with the milk caps that were so fun. That's right. Oh, it's the forest fires from Canada. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Wow. I will have to go look at that. Okay. I hope all our YouTube friends are safe. All our Canadian friends are good. The only one I'm in touch with is Joni, and she's on the West Coast here, same coast as us. So I'm guessing they're further, what is that, east? Probably further east, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, I hope everybody is safe. Definitely stay inside. Don't do a lot of outdoor activity. I know that is not good when there are lots of fires close by. Okay, let's get started on the dangle. We are going to be making it for this journal today, and I kind of like shorter dangles. It just depends on the journal. This is probably a pretty long one for me. I usually maybe make them a little, maybe halfway, and I think that's just preference. Sometimes I kind of go off the book or what I think looks cute with the book. So I vary a lot, but this is probably a little bit longer of one for me, but I think I like the way it looks also because I had some longer elements, right? I have the tassel, which adds some length. I have these little wooden pieces. So I felt like between this one and this one and the bottle cap, it needed a little bit more length, but it varies on what my preference is. But what I found was kind of a good length for this book. What I started with, okay, now I can't find the end here. So for this one, I felt like 23 inches was pretty good. I felt like that was a good starting length for my hemp cord. Goodness gracious. Okay, I don't want to cut in the middle. Sometimes I get very impatient and then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to cut it because I can't get it undone. Let's see. I see both ends. I haven't used this color yet, but I think this is going to be the perfect color. Oh, maybe here. I think it comes out here. Let me get something. Get it started here. Yeah, there's our end. So I'm going to do roughly 23, may even give myself a little bit more here. Use those, and I'm going to do 2 of the hemp cord. And I'm also going to add a piece of the baker's twine, just so I get a little bit color variation. What color? I didn't decide what color I want. Let's see, we're using the turquoise. Oh, I might not want even these colors I pulled. You know what? I feel like I want a blue because I think the blue would pick up some color there. Let me look. I'm actually going to grab these Dollar Tree ones. Let me see what I have because I have my whole setup here for the challenge. Let me look one other place. I wasn't thinking about that. What do I have here in my jar? Yep, I think I'm going to use this darker blue. I think that'll give us a little bit of variation. So let me grab this out. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that'll give us a nice base. And we'll stick this up here. There we go. Okay, how am I going to start this? Why they make these so hard? And you can see the little ends are right there. Here we go. All right. And let me get a piece of this too. And there's probably so many ways to make dangles. This is kind of what I've settled on lately, but I'm sure if I find a different method, I'll try it and switch over. But this is pretty much what I've settled in with. Okay, so I am going to fold those in half. And I'm going to grab this little ring that I have here. Sometimes I don't do the ring. I just happen to see this in my stash when I was going through my findings and my beads. So I thought, well, that will be kind of fun to use. But sometimes I just wrap it around the bulb clip itself. I don't use the ring, but because I had the ring, I decided, well, let's use it. Use up my stuff. Okay, so I'm going to loop that through here. I'm going to take my ends and pull those through. Hopefully I did that correctly. I did. Okay, and it kind of looks like that. You can kind of see. So I brought it through this end. And there's a couple things you can do. I like mine to be quite secure. I've come in here before and just added some glue, like some art glitter glue or something there. But I kind of like the look of taking another little piece of twine and added the baker's twine and adding it to the top. And maybe we'll even do another color. Should we do the pink, the orange? Well, let's do the orange. I'm going to take a little piece of this and I'm going to go under that loop, like right here. Hopefully you guys can see. And I'm going to wrap it around a couple times and then just do a knot. You could use wire. You could really use a number of things. But I like that it kind of secures it a little bit more. And I'll wrap it around, maybe twice. Do a little loop around, and then I'll tie a little knot in it. And you could even come in and add a bit of glue to this as well. I think that's kind of nice. I'm all about things being secure. I'm worried about. I never want anything to fall apart. Something I always think about. Okay, and I just did a little double knot there, and then I'm just going to snip it down so it doesn't get in our way. These are not good scissors. Get my sewing scissors here. There we go. And I think I'll keep these. I like to sometimes add that to buttons. So I'm just going to put those in there. They may be a little bit too short, that they might cause me a headache, but I'll throw them in there for now. And I'll put these to the side. Okay. Now, I think what I want to do, sort of similar to this one, is I like sometimes to come in and add like a big focal at the top. So I'm going to grab one of these buttons. I'm pretty sure, I think I'm going to like the yellow button. So I'm going to grab a yellow button, and I'm going to grab one that's kind of front and center here a little bit. And that's going to be my very first one here. And I'm going to make a knot. So when I attach my buttons, I usually like to make a knot at the top, slide my button on, and then I'll do another knot. So basically I'm ending up with 2 knots at the back of the button. So I don't know if you guys can see, I have a little knot there just so the button doesn't slide around. I'll feed it through. Hopefully the holes are big enough. Yeah, that's super easy. Oops, I just pulled it out. There we go. And the other trick you can do with the ends of the hemp cord or the baker's twine is I often will add a little bit of Fabri-Tac glue at the very end, and it hardens it enough that it makes it easier to feed through. So we may have to do that. We'll just see how it works. I'm going to feed that all the way up there. And you could just leave it like that. I think that's cute with the little hemp cord peeking through there, but I'm always about the extra. I like to add little bits of the baker's twine in my buttons, and I probably did it on every single one in here. I just think that adds a little bit more interest. Just depends on how busy you want your dangle to look, but definitely with this top one, I would love to add a piece in there. I'm going to grab this pink, I think. I don't need that. And what I do is I just loosen this a little bit and then just stick it under that loop. And then I will tie a knot, double knot, usually do 2. But you could also do 1 and then come in and, if you want, put a little piece of glue there. Whoops. And if you're doing the knot, I usually will do this first just so I can adjust it if I need to before I make that second knot at the back of the button or the bottom of the button. Okay, so we have our little baker's twine, and I'm just going to snip that so it doesn't get in our way. That one's too small. I'm going to throw that away. Okay. And I'll make another knot here at the bottom. And you just fiddle with it a little bit, just get the knot closer and closer. And hopefully you guys can see. So I have a knot at the top, and then I just made another knot there. And so that's not going to move. That button is going to stay there at the top of that piece of hemp cord. Okay, so there we go. We have our buttons. I'm going to kind of visually lay out. So I know I want to attach this tassel, so I probably want that towards the top. I grabbed out one of these little charms that we had made before, and I had actually attached it to the top of a bulb clip, and I added some little beads and things just to make a little dangle, you know, for the side of a page, but I'm going to take it off that clip. Or pin, the bulb pin, rather. If I can find that. And I'm just going to take that off because I just think it doesn't need to be on the pin. So I'm going to attach it that way. Let's see here. So probably going to be about there. Oh, and then we have this, which is rather large. And a really quick and easy way to put holes into these little wooden die cuts is the crocodile. I find that's the best and easiest way. It cuts through like butter. I think, do I want it to hang this way or this way? I think I'll do this way. So I'm going to put the hole at the top, and I use the smallest of the hole punch here. And you're going to see it's just so quick and easy. Go. Good. Super, super easy. They're very easy to cut through. And I haven't tried. You probably could do the hole punches. This balsa wood is so super soft that I bet the hole punches would work probably just as easy. Okay, so we know that's going to be in there somewhere. Let me check this. Yeah, this is super tacky still. So where I want to put this, I probably will wait on that strand because I'll probably have to add this later. So let's kind of see here. I'll probably do something like that. I'll probably want to put them about at that height. So we'll have this one up here. This one will probably be down here somewhere. And this one will be a little bit lower. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to reserve, how should I mark this? I kind of want to reserve this one. So I think I'll just clip that on there just so I know that this charm will go onto that piece of hemp cord. And I don't want to maybe attach anything to it just yet. I'll do that later and post a picture. But I do know I want the tassel up here. So I think I will grab this baker's twine and I'll tie this towards the top since it hangs down quite a bit. That'll be my top piece on this particular one. And of course, the more things you add, if you have smaller bits and pieces, you can make your spine dangle super full. I tend to make mine a little bit shorter and a little bit fuller, but if you have super big beads, the process will be much quicker. You know, like big chunky wooden beads. Okay, I'm going to tie another knot in here. And I mostly double knot everything. It's my general. Okay, good. So that's there. So we have that. So far we have that there. And maybe let's work off of this one a little bit. Let's start adding a few more things to this dangle here since we've already started. So I think I'm going to start with some beads. So I'm going to make a knot. And let's do that to this one. Let's add a little bit of glue, a little bit of art glitter glue, just because these tend to fray a little bit. And I'm going to cut it again so I get a really straight, sharp cut there. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Maybe I'll do it to the end of the other one just so it's done. Oh, bye, Nettie. Hope everything goes really well. Tamara's here. I miss Tamara coming in. Hello, hello. Let's see here. Oh, no. Nettie, oh my gosh, I saw where you in Jordan. Echo Park Lake was 93 degrees. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been super hot here. Oh my gosh. And I bet it was also humid because it's been very humid. Karen Gillette shared some, oh, she shared some pictures of the fire. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would say everybody stay in, stay cool, don't get overheated. Okay, Kathy said the smoke wasn't too bad in Ohio where you're at. Okay. All right, good. Nettie's gonna have a good dental visit. I think I'll put glue at the end of this one too, might as well while I'm at it. Might have to let that dry a little bit. Goodness gracious. Sometimes I feel if I don't watch the news. I'm not a news watcher on TV. I don't really watch much TV. But I feel like it's really quick and easy for me to fall out of not knowing what's going on in the world. It's way too easy for me not to know. Okay. All right. Maybe need to let it dry a little bit longer, but I'm going to go for it. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these pretty big, especially the baker's twine. You definitely need, I think, a little bit larger. Let me do two. Let's do a yellow and a green. Ooh, these might be kind of hard. These are a little bit smaller. Sometimes if you have the baker's twine and even the hemp cord, the way it twists, if you kind of twist it the other way, kind of like a screw, it will it'll kind of twist through there. It's another little tip I've learned. Yeah, I'm trying not to buy any new big hole beads because I'll probably go crazy. Kind of like, when you first start, and I don't even look at them. I don't even look at the bead aisle when I go to any craft stores. And I don't have a lot of big hole beads, but I do have a lot of beads because I got really into jewelry making like tons of years ago. So I have quite a bit of stuff. Okay. And I think that one's probably going to be fine, which is a single knot. And so I'm just going to leave that single knotted. Okay. What else do we want? I feel like a button would be super cute. What colors do I have here that I like? Oh, I like that one. This little blue one. Oh, let me do a knot. So I'll go down a little way, maybe like an inch, inch-ish, 3/4 of an inch, something like that. Make another little knot, put that through, and yeah, we probably won't get through this today, just depends. But I'm thinking we might not get through it today. Let's see if this is long enough. I'm gonna grab a piece of this orange, and it would be super cute. You could put little pieces of trim in here, or little pieces of fabric would also be super adorable. Little double knot. Lots of barking dogs outside today, and the doves. Do you guys hear the doves? I think we have some baby doves in our yard because they've been walking on the grass, and I'm thinking, I was like, oh, it's a little bit dangerous, and then I realized, okay, they're probably babies. Like when we get the baby squirrels here in the yard, they don't realize about danger, the neighbor's cat who's outside and whatnot. But they're so beautiful. Okay, and then I made another little knot. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it. It's hard to do close-ups with this one, but we are making a little bit of progress. Let's see, let's do a charm. I'm going to grab one of these butterfly charms. Let me clean off my fingers. Let's see here. There's way too much glue on my hands. It's making for difficult. Oh my gosh, I have so much. Need like a wet wipe or something. Okay, a little bit better. Okay, let's grab one of these cute little butterfly charms. Does anybody have like a favorite thing? Those that have made charms in the chat, what is your, like, what's your favorite thing? What's your go-to to include? Okay. So that's kind of where we are with that one. Those are the elements that we have on that so far. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see that. I think I'm going to stop on this one for right now. Let's pick another one. And let's start working on that a little bit. Here. And then we can see what we want to add as that goes along. So let's pick one of these outside ones here. Let's make a knot. And maybe we'll grab a couple of these blue beads. I think I can get them through. Might have to add glue to these too. These blue ones are a little bit of a smaller hole. Let's see if I can twirl it around, if it'll go in. No, I feel like I need to add. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add glue to all the ends. And then I'm going to go wash my hands really quick. So then I won't have any glue on my fingers. Okay, let's do this one. Chrissy's here. Tassels, probably. Oh, I love that. Hello, Bug Scott. Welcome. Oh, I love that. It's like a little, like a signature. Hi, Carolyn. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, isn't this cute? A friend of mine gave this to me. I think it was Gabby. I think Gabby passed this on to me. I'm pretty sure. And sometimes I forget about it. I keep it in my little cart here, but I thought it was so perfect today. Usually have everything all spread out and I'm working in one little tiny, part of my desk here, but I thought, okay, this is perfect. It'll keep me a little bit more organized and a little less chaotic with you guys. I love that. So Bug Scott, so your kind of signature is a peace sign. I love that. I love the idea of having a little signature, a little nod to yourself when you're creating that. Oh, that was oh my gosh, Bug. I was like, what are the odds of having several bugs? Bug. I thought about that. I'm like, maybe that's our other thing. Oh, I love that. I love that, Bug. I love that you have like a little signature thing. What a great idea. What a great idea. Okay, let me go here. I should think on that a little bit. I like to add maps. I like to use map paper and stuff I'm making because I feel like that's a little bit of a nod to Day Trip Vintage. And of course I love vintage map. It's one of my favorite types of ephemera to use. But I think that's great to have a little signature. I like that's funny. Okay, let's see. I got that one. That one. We already did that one. And oh, my thing fell off. Okay, we're going to have to remember that one of these has to be for that other charm. Did I do this one? Yeah. This one? Maybe this one I didn't get to. And then I'll go wash my hands super, super quick. Because that's going to bug me. It's like having a sunburn. Your fingers are peeling. Okay, I will be right back. Right back. Okay, I'm coming back. I'll keep this little damp paper towel in case I need it. Yeah, isn't it great? Oh my gosh. I should probably put it where I keep my beads. It doesn't quite fit in my bead suitcase. I have this big like wicker kind of suitcase thing that has all our bead containers in. And I say we because my daughter Taylor, she got really into jewelry making maybe a year or two ago, and I'm like, here, take all this. So she pretty much was using what I had, and I think she added to it a little bit. In fact, these were hers. I kind of glommed onto them. Okay, what was I gonna do here? Oh, I was gonna try these blue ones, but we'll see here. How we do with these? Oh yeah, perfect. See how that's like butter now. Once you add the glue on, kind of makes a needle, like a little faux needle. Let's see. We'll do two. And those holes are pretty small, so I'll just do a single. I'll do a single knot. What else do I have? I'm looking. Maybe we'll do another bead. Or I could also start having that up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one up here. I think I'll drop it a little ways down, and for sure I'll probably come in here and grab a little piece of material and do a little knotted piece of material. And I usually add the material last. That's the last thing I do because I don't want it to kind of get in my way, the little knotted fabric. So that's the very last step that I do. And I think for this one, I'll do a double knot. It's cute. Okay. And this sort of hangs behind here. So now I have this knotted on here. So I think maybe I'll just do like a bead behind it. And maybe drop down a little bit more. Let's see, maybe I'll grab one of these. Some of these may be too small. I grabbed some that I thought would, oh, it does work, that I thought would work. I think I'll do the little, yeah, the little twisty thing. Perfect. Oh my gosh, is that where you keep all your beads, Kathy? In a pink lucite cosmetic tray. Oh my gosh, I love it. I have regrets. I should have kept it when we were going through all my mother-in-law's things. Well, I have two regrets that are sort of that way. When she moved into memory care unit and we were going through all her stuff in her condo, and I think I just was probably feeling very overwhelmed, but she had this really cool lucite, it was almost like it had different trays. For sure it had like a top tray and it had this cool handle, and I don't know why I didn't keep it. I asked both our nieces. I asked Taylor if she wanted. I think probably because I have this big oak one that's my mom's that's on a stand, and I knew like I didn't need another sewing kit, and none of the younger girls and the nieces wanted it. I wish I had kept that because that would have been perfect for bead storage. And then I was sharing with my friend Debbie the other day, I have huge regrets that I didn't keep my mom's Samsonite travel case. What do we call those? You know, the rectangle ones with the train case kind of thing. I didn't keep it. I wish I would have, because that would have been a great thing. Oh, Carolyn, that's a great thing. Yeah, those Melissa and Doug empty trays, those are really great. I kept a few from when the kids were little, like the wooden ones. They don't have the dividers like this, but they're just like a tray. And I have probably 3 or 4 of those that I kept from when they were little, and I love those. And sometimes they're not very tall, so they're nice to put into like a shallow drawer. Oh, that's a good thing to look out for. Yeah. You know what else is really good are little cup like muffin tins. Muffin tins work really, really great too. Okay, I like where we're going. That's what we have going on for that one. And let's see. What do we want to add below that? Maybe a button. Let's do a button. And the biggest decision is always like, what color? I like that. I like green. Let's do the green one. We don't need a super big one. And usually I like to do larger buttons at the top, and I get a little bit smaller as I go down. And let's do the orange. Is that orange? Yeah, that's orange. Let's do a little piece of this orange. Bug, have you gone back to the Dollar Tree since your initial haul video? Oh my gosh, I'm like obsessed or something. The most fun thing so far for me is seeing, well, and that's probably why I've gone back so many times, is all the hauls. Oh my gosh, I'm having such fun watching all the hauls and seeing all the different things that people pick up, all the, just thinking outside the box kind of things. It's just super cool. But that's probably feeding into my feeling like I need to go. I need to go back. Like the calendars, I think you were one of the people that had a calendar bug, those big calendars. I know Laura shared some in her haul, and I don't think the calendars were out when I first went. So I think I'm just going to do the one. I think this was such a short piece. I'm having a hard time tying it twice, but I think we're going to be good with the one knot. Yeah, my husband and I had an appointment yesterday, and like late in the day, and then we went out to dinner, and I'm like, is there a Dollar Tree around here? Because we're in a little bit different part of town. And he's like, yeah, there is. And then he was like, well, that could be trouble. But he's so sweet. He never says no, like shopping kind of stuff, because he knows I enjoy it. And I'm like, oh, I want to go look. I want to go see if I can find some of those big calendars. And I did find 2. And I also found cardstock, which I've never found cardstock before. So I don't know if that's new or just the 2 Dollar Trees close to my house never have stuff like that, but so I thought that was a good find. Okay, and that's kind of where we are with this one. I think I might come in. I like this little charm with the flowers and the butterflies, because they have these little tiny ones. So I think on the ends of some of these, I'll come in and put the little flowers and the little butterflies. But we'll count that one done for now. Okay, that one's probably enough there for now. Let's grab another one of these. Oh, where do we want this to go? Okay, where did I say this one? So I think that's going to go maybe around here. Okay, let me move on to this one, I think. So that'll be there. That'll be about there. So this is, I'm going to put this down at the bottom. Ooh, that's kind of cute though at the top, huh? No, I think I want a little bit more. Okay, so let's add some stuff to this one. Completely changing my mind here. Maybe I'll do this one different. No, I like that. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I'm like talking out loud and thinking through. No, I think with the tassel, I think I'll I'll kind of go with my first thought and do it a little bit. So that one will kind of be here. And then this one will end up a little bit lower. Okay, so let's add some stuff in here. Maybe let's do a button. What do I have here? I'm going to turn this around. Oh, that's cute. We have this big orange button. And let's grab a little piece of this green. I love this green. All right, hopefully I'm not missing anything. Oh, I think I'm way up in the chat on the laptop. Sometimes I look over at my phone, and then sometimes I look up at the laptop. Do you have some of those? Yeah, those trays too, Bug. I love the Melissa and Doug stuff when the kids were little. Do you guys remember Tuesday Morning Store when we used to have the Tuesday Morning stores? If you had them in your area, I feel like they always had the Melissa and Doug. I liked buying really nice quality toys for the kids, especially eventually having two. It, was nice to keep, and I think that one's too small. We'll do our other knot. And sometimes like this button, because it had the 4 holes, so I did the baker's twine through those 2 holes, and then the hem cord through the other. You're on your third one, Bug. You're on your third Dollar Tree journal. Oh my gosh. Yes. Wasn't it good, Bug and Tamara? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I miss them. And I have to say, when the kids were little, I went through a phase. When the kids were little, that was such a good store with toys and like gifting, presents for like kids in the family and friends' kids, babies. Oh my gosh, it was the best store if somebody had a baby. Cutest stuff, clothes, everything. And then I kind of went through a stage where I didn't go there very much. And then when I got like just the beginning, when I started getting into the junk journaling, that's when I started going back there, and then they closed. They closed in fact, I remember they closed all the we had couple here in the South Bay in Los Angeles, and ours closed. And the very last one I went was out in La Quinta area where my parents live, out in Palm Springs area. I managed to get into one other before they closed. Oops, I'm going to put that over there. I think it's dry enough that I'm going to put another layer in here, and maybe it will get dry enough. We'll see. Just in case it does. Oh, how I wish Tuesday Morning would come back. I know the thing with this is you don't want to shake it, right? I think that's one of the tips. That looks pretty good. I feel like I have a couple bubbles. I may pop here. Just pop them real quick. I'm just going to use my pin for my art glitter glue. Maybe a big no-no, but that's pretty good. I think that turned out a lot better than the other one. I don't think I'm going to have as many bubbles in this one. And I think two coats of it are going to be pretty good. So there it is now. Yeah, for some reason, I got more bubbles in the other one. Okay, where were we? Okay, I have that on that one. I think we could put this one on here. So maybe I'll do, yeah, I probably want it about here. So I'll put some beads on it. Let's see what we have here. Maybe get some of these hot pink ones. I love these. I'll do a hot pink and then maybe, oh, these are so pretty. Look how pretty that one is. It's kind of like a turquoisey. It's kind of see-through, but then it has like fun iridescent, like gold and purple and pink. I think that one's really pretty. Let's see. Oh my, see, Carrie says she missed Tuesday morning napkins. And it was just at the start of my junk journal journey. Just at the start. Oh my gosh, I'd probably go crazy. It's probably good. It's probably a good thing we don't have Tuesday morning because I would be hitting them up all the time. I'm going to take a drink of my water. Let's see. Angela, you lost your crocodile. Oh no. You know what? Well, you guys probably all know this, that Michael's is doing a lot of the same kind of knockoff We Are Memory Keeper stuff. They have their own brand. I haven't tested or tried them, but they're very interesting. And I think for a lower price point, as far as I know. Oh my gosh, Carolyn, you had friends that work there. Did they let you know when they put stuff out on the shelves? Oh my gosh, I would be in big trouble. Yeah, Angela. Angela, it's probably buried somewhere. You're trying to clean up, Angela. Oh my gosh, it's a struggle. Oh, Hope. Yeah, let me show you. So let me grab one out of here. So I'm using real bottle caps. In fact, we noticed earlier that it had root beer still on it. These are from some root beer. So these are actual bottle caps, but you can buy the blanks on Amazon that are a lot more shallow. I think you can even buy like colored bottle caps. Maybe they even have some on Amazon too that have little retro wording on the back of them too. But what I do is I just take a pair of pliers, like needle nose work pretty good. And this one, because it has the wording on it, I try to kind of line it up at the top. I want my hole to be at the top, but I just started at the top and then I just bend it back a little bit. You don't have to bend it back like too far. And then I'll like turn it over and bend it back just a little bit. So I'm only doing about that much, if you can kind of see. I just bent it back a little bit because I don't want to bend it too much with the glossy accents that I'm adding. I just want like a little bit of a bend so it doesn't take the roundness away too much. And then I just used a paper hole punch. So this is just a regular old paper hole punch, and it's one of the tiny ones, and it works great. Maybe I shouldn't be using it. Maybe it's gonna dull it, but, and then I just kind of finagle it in there. Let me bring it a little bit closer. There we go. And I think I'm lined up. And then, so little, a little bit of a squeeze. It's not like butter, but, and that one I probably put down a little bit too low. Oops. But hopefully you can see. So there's the hole in there. But you could probably use an ice pick. You guys know how I always have one of my mama's antique ice picks at the ready here. These are the best. I use these all the time. I use these to make my holes when I sew in the signature. Usually I keep a little cork at the end of it. I don't know what happened to the cork, but I think this would work probably pretty well too, or a nail. If you have a nail, you could just get a little hammer and kind of make a hole that way, but the paper punch works pretty good. And I don't use the crocodile because I think the hole is maybe a little bit too big. I haven't tried. I can see. I don't know. Yeah, probably would get in there. You would probably have to flatten it a little bit more, but I think you could probably get this in there. I just thought even with the smallest setting, it would make a little bit too big of a hole for what I was looking for, but yeah, I think pretty easy. Okay, so I have that. Maybe we'll add this one next. Yeah, let's add this in next. I love those bottle caps. I need to either start buying stuff for Jim and the kids that have the bottle caps, or I may just buy some on Amazon. It's probably cheaper. Frankly, it's probably cheaper to buy just a big lot on them than, because sometimes those drinks with the bottle caps are expensive. Like I think that root beer that they carry at Trader Joe's, I think it's a little bit pricey. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? I just love this color palette. It is so bright and happy. So I just tied that on and I did a double knot. Did I do double knot? I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't. Did I? I'll do one more just in case. And I'll probably come back and put a piece of fabric. In fact, even though I said I'd do that last, we'll tie a little bit of fabric on here just so you guys can see. I know you guys probably have all kinds of fun stuff to do in case you have to hop or go do something else. I think I'll grab a piece of this. Let's see. I kind of want I like the really colorful. This is like the top part of the vintage sheet. But I want to try to get the pretty colorful part here. Let's take a strip of that. Sometimes it's so hard to rip these short pieces, but let's see if we can do it. Sometimes I can rip one side and then, I did it. Let's see, make sure it's not too thin. I think we're okay. Sometimes if you're trying to rip, do you guys have that problem when it's a short piece? It's a little bit hard. So sometimes I just rip one side of it and take some of the threads off. And then sometimes I'll cut the other side, or pinking shears are great. And I'll just make a little knot at the top of that. Sometimes I'll knot it just once, sometimes twice. And I didn't do it on that dangle yet, but I'll probably go back and hit some of it with glue, just so. Okay, that one I was able to do twice. Okay, so we have a little bit of fabric. And you could leave it long, you could do short. I think I'm going to come in with my pinking scissors and just cut that off a little bit. Whoops, so cute. I just think that's adorable. Okay. All right, let's see, where are we at with this one? So let's add, I think I'll add a few more beads here behind, because chances are they're going to hang behind here a little bit more rather than a button. Decisions. Maybe some of these green ones here. Let's do 2. And then maybe we'll hang one of those cute little charms at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, good tip, Carolyn. In the jewelry section, there's a punch hole that, you know what? I think I have one of those too. Is it like a metal punch? That reminded me. I think I bought it. I had it's like hiatus, the hand stamping part of it, but I had a like 11-year Etsy shop doing hand stamping, and I think I bought it for that. Yeah, it's like purple and pink, or pink and black. I should get that out. I should try that. I have all the tools from that business or that side of thing. I have it. I like it kind of packed away a little bit. Oh, good reminder. And did it have little, I think the one I had, it had like a round tip and then angled. So it had a good kind of like, are these like that? Well, I guess these are indented, but half of it I think was slanted. Let me close this. So it had a good cutter. And I think you could change out the tips if I remember right. Do they bug flavored sodas? How much are they? Like, it's probably less expensive to get like the big pack of bottle caps. I mean, not that we don't want to enjoy flavored soda, but I'll have to look for that this week. I'm due for a Trader Joe's run with bottle caps. Okay, good. I'll have to look. And they're probably cute, right? It's nice to have when they have the cute tops. And you don't necessarily want to use like, beer bottle or something. Also, I was just thinking, if you had, maybe I don't want to turn that over, this one, you also, like, if you had something on here and you didn't love, like, say it was like a beer bottle, beer one or something, and you didn't think that kind of went with the vibe or was appropriate, you could decoupage a piece of paper on here too, which would be super cute. So you'd have an image on the inside on this side, and then you could put something really cute on this side. I think that would be cute. Or you could also paint it. You could paint it as well. So if you wanted to cover it up, if it wasn't, if it didn't go with your theme. I did. We had a very busy metal stamping business on Etsy. The shop is still open. It's Pearly Girl. You could go back and look at. So it's still open. I have like sterling silver jewelry. I had bought, you know, and then of course everybody wanted the personalized stuff. And we were super busy, but for a while I was like, oh, I'm going to try to add in some different things just to like slow the pace down with the personalized and the hand stamping. So I have a bunch of like old stock of like sterling silver chains and you know, cute little like tiny charms and things like that. And so I think there was an older customer. I get contacted by customers all the time. We had a lot of repeat customers. In fact, I think there was one just this past week, and I feel so bad telling them that we're kind of on hiatus and we're not doing the hand stamping right now. But anyway, I had a customer that I think her husband needed a different chain. And so I had to set up a listing for her. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put these other listings out here and see if I can kind of clear out that inventory. So I probably have like 8 things listed right now, and it's all jewelry, like sterling silver earrings and charms and that little kind of thing. And we've had thoughts of like, if we ever wanted to, we could step right back into it, and we could probably just hit the, you know, what is it? Hit the pavement or hit the, you know, we could just hit, like, just start. We could just pull our tools out. We had kept all our big machinery and everything, and we have all our stamps and that kind of thing. We'd probably have to really refresh ourselves with, you know, straight line. And my husband built a lot of the tooling and different things that we used. So we've thought, I don't know if I want to go back to that. It was very common for us to have 50 to several hundred orders in the queue, like especially Christmas or really heavy gifting times of the year. And I don't know if I have it in me anymore to do that. It was you know, it was a blessing to have a business that was that busy. But I don't know. I'm a bit older now, and I don't know if I have it in me. It was a, you know, 12-hour a day business. I worked 7 days a week. I always say it didn't leave any time for friendships. Like I was just, you know, being a mom to my 2 kids and a wife and running the business, and that's about it. That was about it. And I put it on hiatus when my mom and stepdad both became very ill, or, you know, had terminal illnesses at the same time. And we put it on hiatus, and I didn't open it back up to do that. Just dealing with their estate. I'm only child, and just the loss and the grief and all that stuff. But it's a nice thought. If we wanted to go back to it, it's always there for us. And my son has kind of expressed maybe wanting to know now that he's older, like maybe for us to teach him that skill set. But it was a great business. Great business. That's it, Bug. Hit the ground running. It's so hard when I'm on with you guys. I'm like, what is that? What is that saying? What is that phrase? Okay, I just tied one of those little, I needed to use that. This has one of those little tiny charms at the back. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, so cute. Okay, so that one. So this is mostly done. Might come and add something on there. this one is done in that way. What do we have here? Kind of untangle ourselves. Yeah, was a great business. Allow me to be with the kids and drive them to school and pick them up and do, you know, carpooling with our neighbors and, oh my goodness gracious, pay bills. You know, help take care of my mother-in-law. Also, after my mom and my stepdad passed away, they lived in Wyoming and kind of dealing with all that came with that. Probably within that year, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with dementia. And so very kind of rapidly moving dementia. And so we pretty quickly had to start doing 24-hour care with her. It was a lot of my friends here kind of remember back then, but yeah, it was my husband and I were doing round the clock 24-hour care with her pretty soon after she was diagnosed. And so that was our focus, taking care of her. So really, maybe within this last year, probably if I was going to come back, that would probably have been when I made the decision to. But when Jim retires, it may be something we want to do. We just have to see. We'll just have to see. Okay. Let's see, I have that one. And we want to make sure that this is going to go. That's probably going to go here. So let me there. All right, let's work on this other baker's twine here. Get it out of the entanglement here. Okay, all right. Yeah, so we're going to save that one for that one. And then we have these two. So let's see here. What do we want to add? Ooh, maybe let's do a charm up high. Oh, let's do this one. This one's so cute. Look at that. I love these charms. I think they're super happy. I like the colors. And I think they work for a lot of journal styles. They're great, like little, I used them in that little golden book journal that I recently made. I have a prayer journal, like a little golden book one. I need to circle a back around to. And I know like these pink, like the pastel flowers and the little butterflies are going to be really good for that journal theme. So I really like these. Let's see. The tip, Carolyn says the tip is the small one that is small, the one I have. Yeah, same. Ooh, I'm gonna get that out. I totally forgot I had that because it's in with all the other tools. Not my metal stamps, but just, I don't know, files, all those stuff you have to do with metal. And all of our stuff, we didn't buy blanks. We ordered all the sheet metal. In the beginning, we were cutting it ourselves, and it's very sad. The supplier that we were ordering from, I think they're closed. I feel like they may have closed this past year. So we would buy big sheets of, like 20 gauge copper, nickel. We did a little bit of brass, but it was mostly copper and nickel. And we would buy and then have them cut it down to like bookmark size that we had, like bookmark and then keychain. And then if we wanted to do it smaller than that, we would mostly use our offcuts. But yeah, files, like all this stuff, and everything, that big machinery, everything was hand stamped. So everything had a hammered texture to it. And so a lot of, it wasn't like we were just buying blanks and then stamping the blanks. There was a lot of love, a lot of love that went into all of our stuff. It's making me miss it now. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's put that. I like that pink one. And we did a lot of like baptism, first communion things. And it just grew over the years. Customers asked us for stuff. We're like, okay, I think we can do that. It's one of those businesses, like we didn't set out to do it. It just grew. It was very organic. And I have to say too, that we started earlier enough in Etsy that there wasn't anybody else doing like bookmarks and keychains the way we were. But I'm sure if I looked on Etsy now, there's so many people that were copying all of our stuff. And I even had one shop that he not only was copying or trying to copy the look of our things, he was cutting and pasting and using our description. My gosh, like really? Okay. Pretty. Okay, let's see. Maybe a button. What color have we not used? Oh, look at these. Look how cool these buttons are. I think I got these in an estate sale. I have them in, let's do yellow. I have like yellow, blue. They're probably, I don't know if they're super collectible, but let's use one of those. Jonna's here. Hi, Jonna. Don't worry. Never any worries. You're probably creating, crafting, doing something fun. Let's see. I'm going to drop that down a little bit. I think that one I'll do a double knot just because. Oh, so cute. Maybe another charm. Let's see. We have a big flower. We have a big butterfly. Let's do decisions. Charm bead. Well, maybe we should do a button. Let's see kind of what we have. Yeah, I think a button would be good. Kind of looking at where everything's hanging on the other ones. You were doing laundry? Oh my gosh, that's a very important thing to do. Definitely at our house, it's very important. Let's see what color. In fact, I probably have 3 or 4 loads that need attending to. Oh my gosh. Oh, that one's pretty. And with it being so hot, our washer and dryer are out in our garage. It is so hot out there. It makes it more humid. Let's see, what color do I want to put in there? Oh, I like pink. Let me get another piece of pink. In fact, the cat rescue people that we talked to, or one of our contacts, she reached out yesterday to see if we could take a little kitten that they were trying to find a kind of placeholder for. Apparently it needed antibiotics. It wasn't well enough that it could be introduced, into their rescue, and I guess they were going to trap it yesterday, and it needed to be on antibiotics. And I felt so bad, but I was like, we our garage is like way too hot. And when we had Poppy and the girls out there and Mama Kitty, one of the reasons, well, we wanted to bring them in anyway, but one of the reasons we moved Poppy into the house when the day the girls left or were picked up, was it was so hot. Like we were spending hours and hours a day. Like we were out there probably half the day every day. But in the afternoons, we were having to be out there and open the big garage door because it was getting really hot. And when was that? Wasn't that like, when did that happen? I've lost all track of time. Was that well over a month ago, right? I think. And then we just like couldn't, we had fans going, we tried to have the little door here behind me and have the air conditioning on, but we couldn't get that to get out there, even with fans trying to blow the cooler in. We had fans blowing out the hot air out of the garage door. Like we couldn't. So I felt so bad because of course we wanted to say yes. But I told her that we want to do some things to the garage, and we're probably going to look to maybe do like a mini split or something. And then I think we can help out in some capacity with some of that stuff at some point. But I told her I wish it was the winter, because then we could have helped them out with the little baby. And I didn't hear back, so I'm not sure. I'm sure they found somebody that could step in, but they always need help with those little kittens. And of course, and then Jim's like, well, we'll just have it inside. I'm like, honey, that's the whole point. We can't have it inside because otherwise they would take it to the rescue. I said, it has something contagious and it can't be around other cats. He was so funny. He was looking at me like, let's see here. Okay, let's do this one. And I think this one we're going to reserve for that other one. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to put at the top. Let's put a little button, I think. Hi, Joanne. Hello. Oh my gosh, Joanne, I was thinking, I need to go back and make a comment on your video. You showed, if you guys aren't following Joanne, you need to follow Joanne. Not only she has great junk journaling content, but she does the best Dollar Tree videos. And Joanne, you had shown, what are they? Like the stickable, the border things with the bumblebees or the bees on it. And because I apparently have an addiction now to Dollar Tree craft supplies due to the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge that Jess at Paper Terrace is doing, I just keep finding myself going back there. But I finally found the stickable bee things, whatever those are. Oh, I was so happy. That was probably like my 4th visit or whatever since I posted my haul. And I didn't share it in my Dollar Tree haul because I'm not going to use them in the challenge journal. But I was like so happy. I was thinking of you. I'm like, there's the bees. I finally found them. Let's see. Let's use pink. I think pink is cute. I was like, success. Yes, that's what they are. Yeah, wall stickers. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. So excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with them or how I'm going to use them. Have you used them, Joanne? Or how have you used them in your journals? I mean, they're like stickers after all, right? Very excited. Although now, so I should ask you guys, I should show you. So I was doing this kind of trying not clean out, but I was trying to organize my book. So I was trying to do it like, okay, here's all my gardening books or my floral books. Here's my school books, you know, like readers and that type of stuff. So I was trying to move things around in my little tiny space here. And I came across this really good bee book. I'm going to show you guys. And I'm like, okay, I need to do a bee journal. This book is so good. And I started gathering things as I was finding, like, I'm like, oh, I need to get those wall stickers. And as I've found things, especially doing these butterfly ones, I've come across a lot of bee things. Where's the book? But now I'm thinking it's too big. Excuse me. I feel like it's too big. Right? Like, what is this is, so it's a little bit over 11 inches tall. And it's maybe 8.5 inches wide. So I've never done one this large. Look at that cover. Cover is so good. And I feel like this is probably more of what we would consider a glue book size. So now I am second guessing my whole thing. Also, I don't have any other bee books. I guess I have to go to the thrift store and go look for bee books. But I don't know. What do you all think? Like, I don't know that somebody necessarily wants a journal that's this size, right? Don't you think it's more of a glue book size? Let me see what you guys think. You've done journals this big, bug? Okay. Okay. You love it? Okay. I know there's no rules, but also I can't keep every journal that I make. Like, I know I need to rehome them and make them available for other people. Like, look how cute that even is. Like, it has the old, what does it say? It's kind of scratchy. 125. Like, I even love that. It does have a little thing. Oh, it says, look at this. Pickwick. I didn't even notice that. Pickwick Bookshop. I have no idea where that is. So, yeah. Or, and these are like some other, see, as I've found things, these are like some other graphics. I also could like get just a plain covered book and I could take some of the book pages out of here and like look at, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I probably won't include all the pages in here. I'll probably keep obviously collage with some, so I won't, especially because it's kind of a science book, it's not a story book, so I don't feel like all the pages, but oh my gosh, they're so good. And I forgot I had this till I was organizing. I like that with the turquoise. So I could, although now I'm looking at it, maybe there isn't one, but maybe I could find something, you know, like I could pick one of these and then just get like a green book or something that has a plain cover. Like that would be pretty too. And put an image on the cover. But this is a really good book. I like it. Oh, look at, see, I could have cut that out and used it in one of these. That's really pretty too. So I don't know. Maybe I will find a second one in my travels, and then maybe I'll do one that's big. I kind of like with the butterflies, I like having two journals going on at the same time, especially if I'm doing them here with you on Vintage Craft and Chat, or I'm involving you guys in the process. It's nice to have the two. Like I made the dangle, you know, for this one this week. So I had a sample to show you, and then we're making one. So, okay, is that the consensus that it's not too big? It's not too big. Okay. Ooh, I think Joanne found something. Yes, definitely no rules. Okay, I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna keep collecting. I don't feel like I have enough stuff yet, but this will come up at some point. And I would love to find a second one. So maybe probably once I find a second one, then it will be a go. Did I get this from you, Carrie? I may have. I got some really good fabric from Carrie at one of her live sales. This may have come from Carrie. But yeah, I've already pulled out some really good fabrics. This one, I think this one came from, I don't know. This might have come from Walmart too. I can't remember, but so far I'm excited about the stuff. Oh, did somebody say something about the ant? Oh, that would be pretty. Yes, a pretty yellow cover and put some bee stickers on it. Most definitely. Black, yellow, green. And then that's how I could get my second one. Were there some creepy ants? Yeah, definitely could cover the ant with the wall sticker. Oh my gosh, you're an overachiever, Bug. You're on your third one. If I have time, I'll probably do, let me stick this over here. I'll probably do more than one because heaven knows I have enough supplies now. With all the shopping, I could probably do like 5. I don't know if I have that much time. Also, I have to get, oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys too. So Jim and I probably are going to do a little bit of a trip. I don't know if it's going to be at the end of this. We're having to work with his work schedule and some other things that are happening. So we're a little bit like, we don't know when we'll take off and leave. We're going to do a little bit of camping. So I don't know if it's the end of this month or the start of August. So I don't want to jump into another big project or a junk journal series and kind of leave you guys hanging. So starting next week and as many weeks as I'm still here and we haven't left yet, I think we're going to be doing organizing. So I have a lot of organizing that I want to do, like sorting, organizing, and I have like some storage things I want to make some handmade tags for. So I think there'll be a little bit of making as part of it. Maybe we'll make some dividers because, we want everything to look cute. We want it to be functional and cute. And especially because I'm in the middle of my living room. And when you come through the front door, you see all this mess. It's like the first thing, your eye goes right to this terrible mess here on our dining room table. So I like to make things multifunction. So at least for the next 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, we're just going to be doing fun organizing stuff, and a little bit of crafting thrown in. Yes. And I may do some standalone. So we're going to be doing we'll be doing them live like we do here on Vintage Craft and Chat. And I may have some standalone videos that I'll sprinkle in. I like to have stuff for you guys to at least watch and you can click on while we're gone. I have lots of really fun haul videos to share with you. So I have some stuff that I'll sprinkle in. And I've been very remiss. I was doing all this reorganizing of all the cabinets and like kind of things I have here at my disposal in the living room. And then I kind of stopped. I stopped all that because I started getting overwhelmed with the thought, well, I need to videotape it. And it was just so much to get a hold of and organize, especially this big, huge closet cabinet next to me. And I realized I wasn't doing anything because I was putting the pressure on myself that I needed to videotape it. And how was I going to do it? And I had a tripod and I'm on camera and I'm running around the room. So I just had a realization. So I circled back around to it maybe the last 3 months or so. and I've bought a couple extra little tiny cabinets, and I'm taking control. So yeah, I'm going to try to figure out how I can walk you guys through some of that. And then I'm kind of maybe more to like micro organizing and sorting. So I'm hoping, long story short, it takes me a long time to get there, that to do some standalone like organizational videos and then do some live content. I think that'll be fun. And that'll be a nice filler. And I won't have to worry about it too much. Leaving and going on vacation. Okay, I did another little knot there. I feel like I want some pink or orange. What do I want here? Oh, I want some more of this yellow. Let's do, what do I have here? Some fun. Oh, that's blue. I have this fun one. Oh, let's just do this one. Let's do this by itself. Do you guys do that? I like to have the colors spread out. Ooh, I don't think this one's gonna work. I don't think the hole. Yeah. Okay, the hole is not big enough on that one. And here's green. Ooh, let's do a yellow and a green. And another yellow. How's that? Yeah, me too. I love watching people organize. I love it. And not even like craft supplies, just generally organizing. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. I don't think we need more. I don't think we need 2 knots. Okay, that's gonna be there. This is gonna be probably here somewhere. Very indecisive. Let's see, maybe one of these charms. Yeah, let's do a yellow in here. Ooh, oh no, my finger went in there. Oh no. Oh no. How do I fix that? My finger just went. Oh no. Oh no, Mr. Bill. My finger went in there. Oh no. Okay, how do I fix that? Jonna, are you here? I know you love the glossy accents. A heat gun? Oh no. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but okay. Put that over there. I should have moved it. I should have moved it already. Shouldn't have had it here. The butterfly. And doesn't have to be perfect. It's a junk journal. It's a junk journal. Okay, I think we need a button. I haven't had a button in a while. Yeah, let's use this one. Let's see. Anybody have? Try pouring a little bit. Should I do more now since it's kind of tacky, or should I let it dry? Can you see how? I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah, should I let it dry all the way or put some of the moist? Oh, before it dries. Okay. All right. Let's take a little intermission. Oh. Ooh, I think it's fixing it because it levels, right? Well, I probably should do a whole because it's not, it doesn't spread that much. Okay. This one's going to be extra pretty. Extra pretty. I was going to say also, I have not been listing a lot in my Etsy shop. And so not having to have big projects to share with you guys on Thursdays will free me up to have lots of things to list on Etsy. So that's going to be my focus the next couple weeks, which probably doesn't make sense to list and then close, go on vacation mode, but at least it's done, right? I get so happy when I get things listed. I have a little tiny like 3-tier cart, and that's pretty, well, I take that back. Jim and I hit up in an estate sale on Sunday. We went looking for something else, and then of course I came home with all kinds of other stuff that I probably didn't need. I told him we were getting out of the car. I was like, don't let me go crazy. Don't let me buy too much. But there was some really good stuff. I couldn't. And mostly stuff like that we love, books and stuff. I didn't really do hard goods. Maybe 2 things are considered hard goods. It was all crafty stuff and antique books and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, it'll be nice. I can concentrate on listing. We can do some fun. That worked, Jonna. Look at so pretty. There's a couple bubbles at the side, but yeah. Yay! Ooh, tap it down on the table. Okay. Ooh, see, you're the expert. And I bought this because you were working with it. And I was like, oh, I need some glossy accents in my life. Okay. See, and I didn't know that. I thought that created bubbles. Okay. I feel like this corner right here is a little bubbly. Or is it just that you're not supposed to shake the bottle? Clearly, I'm one of those people, like I halfway listen. Like if I watch a video or something, like I halfway listen to the instructions. Oh, that's pretty. And it fixed it. Let's see. Yes, exactly, Bug. Exactly. If it's out of the cart and it's in the shop and I have a place where I keep all my listed inventory, it is done. I don't need to do it again. I don't need to look at the listing unless it expires and I have to renew it. Perfect. Look at that. Oh my God. Thank you, Jonna. Thank you. Yes, I'm looking forward. And my son's girlfriend, she's coming back for the start of college. So she's going to be here with us for a while, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I just want a little bit less on my plate so I can, not that they want me hanging out with them all the time, but I'll be free. I can do stuff with the kids, and just a slower pace is nice. And get stuff done. Get some stuff done. I think I want yellow. Do I have yellow out? I don't, but for some reason I want yellow. I don't know if I could do that though. Probably could if I take a bunch of photos, I probably also could make drafts. I might try to do that. I don't like to work too much. We're on vacation, and where we're going, there's no Wi-Fi. There is no Wi-Fi. We have to drive away from the lake and down the hill to get a Wi-Fi signal. So We are off grid, which is nice. It's very first day or two, you're like, oh my gosh. But then it's just very nice to be disconnected. Let's see, Jonna said, yeah, I have it way over here. I hope I don't touch it. I probably will. Jonna says you can hit it lightly with a heat tool to get rid of bubbles if it's bad, but tapping usually works. I think it looks beautiful. Like, I mean, this one is pretty much perfect. I feel like I'm gonna leave it. Look at this one. This was maybe one of like the first batch that I did, and look at it's not very good. It has lots of bubbles. What do you think when it dries? Can you go back over it, Jonna? Do you think I should try to put another layer? I don't know. I don't know, but that was not a very good. Well, it was probably the first like several that I made. And I'm so glad I had the glossy accents because I used it for those like little butterfly die cuts and things that we were making for the inside. So, oh, that's what I didn't show you. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. I forgot. I feel like there's a few things I need to show you guys up close. Speaking of glossy accents. Okay, so let's end that one. And let's see where we're at. So yeah, we're gonna save this one. We're reserving this one to add the bottle cap charm on, and maybe some of these I'll come back and add, you know, the little butterflies or the flowers at the end, like this one. I think that's cute with the little butterfly. And I know sometimes people just like, they'll just put a knot. Sometimes people have a preference where they like, you know, the long danglies down at the bottom. So it's really a complete preference, but that's kind of where we are. And let's just put the little bulb pin and we can kind of see what it looks like with the little clippy. So how I'm going to attach it is I'm going to put the little bulb clip, and I'm going to put it through the hole in the bulldog clip right here so that whoever ends up with this journal, they can take it off, they can move it around. Oh my gosh, so cute. It's hard to show on the down cam, but how cute is that? That is adorable. And this cover, you know, because it's like in the peachy tones, we have the creams and the peaches and the green. I think it adds a lot of color to it, but it could be moved to the top. If somebody was displaying this like on a tabletop, it could be moved like that. I think it adds a lot, and it's a lot of the colors that are on the inside. But let me take that off. I forgot. Okay, I don't want to mess that up. Let's see. Okay, you can, but the bubbles will still be there, but it would level it. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. You could strategically add glitter bits over the bubbles, then pour more. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I would be afraid because if it's already on here. Like, what if I mess it up, Jonna? What if I mess it up? I may just put one more layer over it. I know, Joanne, right? I feel like Jonna, like if there's something that we need info on, and Kathy Wiseman, my Kathy Wiseman, she is always the answer person too. Jonna and Kathy Wiseman. They are our go-to experts. Okay, that's there. I keep worrying I'm going to mess that up, but it's really far over here. But something I wanted to show you guys. Oh, and I also wanted to say these two journals will eventually get listed on Etsy, but I also don't want to do it before we go on vacation. I don't want to put like a flip through video and then people see it and then I'm not here and then it's like wah wah. You know, they're excited to purchase something and then the listing is gone, or you know, they have to wait too long for me to ship it out. So these will also, I will do a flip through. Maybe I'll have it set to go live when I get back, when I know, you know, if we're headed back home, I can take the shop off of vacation mode once we're back in Wi-Fi territory. And then I can also have the videos set to drop, but these will get listed on Etsy and when we're back. So like next month, unless if you see it and you love it, I'm still kind of working out the price in my head, but you can send me an email. You can reach out to me over Instagram and we can talk as well. Let's see, what was it? Oh, that's what I wanted to show. I wanted to show this. And I haven't added one of these into the green blue journal. So I do need to go back and find a page where I think it works. But Amy Evan Owen, she had the fabulous idea to put little sticky dots behind the butterflies. These pages are a little bit more narrow. I've added manners like this into like a little golden book journal that has like a wider page, and I don't mind that it moves around. Excuse me. So Amy suggested, which was such a fabulous idea, of putting the little sticky dots, and I just used, these might be from Dollar Tree. They're not dots. I'm just calling them sticky dots, but they're these little things. And I, for some reason, feel like I got them at Dollar Tree. And I just cut them in half. I like these. They're like a rectangle. I haven't seen those for a while. I think that's where they came from. And so that was a great solution. I love how it looks. So those are glued down. They're not moving. And then I figured out how I wanted to attach it. So I just did little hole protectors or page protectors. And then I attached it this way at the back. And so I thought it needed something pretty on the other side. So I made these kind of like faux little tassels and did 2 more of the butterflies. And then I attached those down with the little sticky things too, which I add glue to. I didn't just let the sticky do the sticking. I added art glitter glue to it. So that I wanted to share. And I think everything else is about the same. Obviously, I went in and finished and added, you know, more tabs and things, but there was one thing else. I stuffed the pockets, so the little bag pockets are stuffed. So I think that's the only thing. I have to finish up this dangle, do a butterfly banner in this one because this doesn't have one of those little banners. Oh, I added this. That's what I wanted to share. So the video that's coming out Monday, it was like a friend mail share that I did. I bought, some of you may have even been in that sale. Laura, Fatbird Finds Crafting, she did a great whatnot sale a couple weeks ago, and she had the best pom-pom trim and just a little pretty like floral ribbon. Oh my gosh, it was so yummy. And I bought this specifically for this journal because I didn't have pom-pom trim that I thought went really well. Look how perfect that is. So I did the unboxing yesterday, and you guys will need to watch the video Monday because Kathy Wiseman gifted me the most fabulous ephemera. Oh my goodness. It made me want to cry. So good. It was very personal, very meaningful. So I opened Kathy's package and then the trim from Laura, and then I quickly glued it in yesterday with the butterflies. Where are they? Everything's kind of in a different, is it this one? Oh, this is what I wanted to share with you guys too. I was trying to figure out a place to put the butterfly, and I may go back and change it. I wanted something that was kind of see-through-y. And so I was thinking I was going to use like, make a vertical belly band and kind of tuck the butterfly behind it. But what I ended up doing is each of the journals has, they each have a belly band that's with lace. And so I just ended up clipping it. So that's kind of where it is now. Because I sewed all the signatures in order to work on both journals with you guys, I didn't like it, kind of scared me a little bit to do something that I wasn't going to be happy with. And now it's permanent. So I think if I had decorated the pages and then sewn them in last, definitely would have played around with it a little bit more. Where? It's the little butterflies. I'm like in and out of these journals so much, but then I can't always remember what pages have what. Let's see. I think this one. I think it's in this one where I added the little butterfly dangles in the middle of the signature. Might be in this one. Oh yeah, I wanted to share these. So cute. So I ended up just doing, the other two just have a little bow with the embroidery thread with the signature, what I used to sew them in with, and then they each have a little trio of butterflies, a little dangle. This one is in the last signature. I think the other journal may be in the middle one, and that's because I thought it looked so cute. And I think this came from Angela, the traveling crafter. I think this was in a craft pack that I had purchased from her, but oh my gosh, I wish I had more of these. So here's the little butterflies. And then I had shared with you guys, I think last week, because they're a little bit delicate, I use the glossy accent on the body. So I put like 2 layers on the body and the antenna. And so, yeah, now they're fortified, if that's a word. They're fortified. So that I wanted to share those. Let's see. Thank you, Jonna. Oh, okay. So if I put the glossy accents and then I got scared or nervous and I didn't like it, I could wipe it off. Okay, good. I definitely will do it when it's quiet. I'm not on with you guys. In case I get anxious. Let's see. Kathy says, have you thought about putting a 3D butterfly and cover the flat one? Let's see. Have you thought about putting a 3D butterfly and cover the flat one? This one? Oh my gosh. Would that be this big one? I could also do it. I could also do a little one on here. Oh my gosh. That would be very cute. I'm also thinking, I was like, Taylor's always my person that I kind of like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I was also debating if I wanted to do a tie on here, but both I felt like it kind of took away, like the tie. I mean, this one maybe not as much. The tie is going to be through the butterfly. Here it kind of would cover up the kids a little bit. So I decided against it. I don't know. It's, I guess, one of those organic things, right? When you're building them, it definitely they stay nice and flat. They are thick. They have a lot of goodies in them, but there's lots of ephemera in here, vintage ephemera. There's book pages. Like there's going to be a lot of things for people to make tags out of, fussy cut if they want to make things for other journals or things to put in these journals. So things can be moved around in the pockets, things taken out, other things put in. So I think they're definitely fully decorated, most definitely, but I don't think they're, so that's something I'm thinking about too. It might be, I might incorporate that into the packaging, and then they have the choice if they want to use a tie, leave it on there, not leave it on there. So that I'm still working out as well. On the covers. Yeah, that would be super cute, Kathy. Maybe I may experiment it. Can I do that with the bee? Let's look at the bee one. What's on here? Oh my gosh, that would be really it would be really cool on this one too, especially this one with the magnifying. Oh my gosh, how could I do that? I guess I could do like a photocopy, like scan this and then do a fussy cut. Would be really cute on this one. Oh, Velcro clasp on the side. Okay, good. I'm going to keep that in mind too. Also, sometimes when there's like the pom-pom trim and stuff on here, um, you guys know, I'm like such a I'm such a like, hello, I'm part of the A team. I worry about like ties interfering with the pom-poms. I'm so weird. If you're new here, no, I'm weird. I get weird thoughts. But Velcro would work really well. Yeah. So I'll probably make something and then yeah, they'll have the option Velcro or something that ties that they can have on or off. And I also didn't want to punch through here and do a tie. I don't know. I liked how the library card and stuff was there, but yeah, that's a really good suggestion. That's a really good suggestion. But that would be fun on this one too, to do like a 3D thing. So I have to play around with that. I bet a scan would be the best. And then I could do like the glossy accents, right? I could glossy accent. Well, I could glossy accent the whole thing. And ooh, I could do the glitter on the wings. That would be really cool. Really, really cool. Okay. What time is it? Oh my gosh, you guys. 2 hours and 26 minutes. Okay. All right. I know you guys all have stuff that you want to do and carry on your day. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you to everyone that has been hanging out, especially those that have been hanging out this whole time. I love you guys. Hello to anybody watching in the replay. If you watch the whole thing through, I've had so many new subscribers and people joined in the fun on the channel the last couple weeks with the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. So I wanted to say appreciate all of you as well. And so glad you're here and welcome. And yeah, next week we're going to be doing some fun organizing things, a little bit crafty, but a lot of sorting and looking through vintage stuff and enjoying the sorting of that. And I think that's it. Is there anything else, friends? Does anybody have anything? If anybody has anything coming up later today, please do put your links in. I love it when you guys do that. I know Tamara, she's probably not here, but she does a crafty live. Leanne, Tamara, and Helen, New England Thrifter, Leanne with Crafty Kitty Vintage, Tamara Take Two. It's on Tamara's channel, and they do a fun hangout and crafty hangout. And they've been working on the cutest little journals made out of playing cards, and I'm obsessed. They're so cute. So I'm not sure if they're working on that tomorrow, but definitely go subscribe to her and join in the fun over there. And I think that's it, friends. Okay. So I will see you guys in other chats. I'll see you around the community. I love you and I thank you all for being here. Bye.